But either way, let's go over who deserves the blame and what went wrong with the Cowboys this season. I gotta give the biggest blame to Dak Prescott. I really do. I know Jerry Jones deserves blame. I know Jason Garrett definitely deserves some blame. But in reality, Dak Prescott is the signal caller. He's the man under center. He's supposed to be the ultimate deodorant of the team. He's supposed to be the leader of the team. And he is supposed to be the $1 million guy. And Dak Prescott, he didn't get it done this year. Dak Prescott 7-9. That's not 7-8, I should say. 7-8. That's not gonna cut it. And Dak Prescott this year, see, Dak Prescott's a real front runner, man. Dak Prescott loves to pump his guns, show he's tough versus the mighty Washington Redskins, the mighty New York Giants, the mighty Miami Dolphins, teams that are going to be picking top 5 in the draft. He wants to flex his guns, pad his stats, but then when he sees the real teams, when he sees the Saints, he loses. When he saw the Packers at home, he lost. When he saw the Vikings at home, he lost. When he saw the sorry old New York Football Jets on the road, he lost. When he saw Tom Brady and the Patriots on the road, he lost. When he saw the Buffalo Bills at home on Thanksgiving, national televised game for the money, he lost. When he saw sorry old terrible Mitch Trubisky, he lost. When he saw the Philadelphia Eagles for the game of the season, he lost. You could clearly tell that Dak Prescott to some degree was limited due to potentially his shoulder being hurt. I get that. But guys, we got to call it a spade a spade. It should never have even gotten to this point. The Philadelphia Eagles have been terrible all year. If the Cowboys take care of business versus the Jets, versus the Packers, versus Chicago, versus Buffalo at home, if they take care of business in a couple more of these games, they would not be in a position where they had to win a must-win game versus Philadelphia on the road to get in the playoffs as a divisional winner. They potentially could have sat Dak Prescott for that game, but nope, Dak Prescott didn't come through. Dak Prescott versus projected division winners this year, he's got 3 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and a 7-8 pass rating, okay? And listen, there's no excuses because Dak Prescott, he arguably has a top 3 offensive line in football. He has one of the best wide receiver corps in football. Kellen Moore is now running the offense through Dak Prescott. You still got a solid defense. You still got Ezekiel Elliott, who to me, when going right, is probably the best running back in football. At least in the top 3. See, Dak Prescott's putting up numbers this year. That's cool. You know who else is putting up numbers this year? Jameis Winston. What is he doing? Nothing. All the top 5 quarterbacks that have thrown for the most passing yards this year, they're putting up numbers. They're not going to the playoffs. So Dak Prescott, it's cool you're putting up these numbers in garbage time. It's cool you're padding your stats versus these bad teams, but you need to win these big road games. You need to keep this same energy versus these really, really good teams. And Dak Prescott just doesn't do it. I don't see it. And see, Dak Prescott, he betted on himself this season. In the offseason, he had a $30 million deal that he turned down. He said, you know what? I'm worth more than that. Hey, I have a problem with Dak Prescott doing that. But again, when time is not in your favor, that's a problem. This time was not in Dak Prescott's favor. He chokes this season, stinks up the joint, loses all these big games. There's no way on earth that if I'm Jerry Jones, I'm giving Dak Prescott any more than $30 million at most. I'm franchise tagging this guy. This guy is not worth anywhere close to $35 million, let alone $40 million that he was, rumored to potentially, want, okay? He's not worth being paid like an Aaron Rodgers, a Drew Brees, a Tom Brady. He's not worth that. He's not worth the Russell Wilson money. He's just not. Also, my beef with Dak Prescott is a lot of quarterbacks can do what he did this year. And I think a lot of quarterbacks could do better than he did this year. 7 wins up to this point with this Cowboys team. I could see potentially a lot of other quarterbacks, doing better with this roster. Deshaun Watson would love to have this roster. Jared Goff would love to have this offensive line. Okay? There's a lot of Russell Wilson even. Russell Wilson been carrying the Seahawks on his back the entire season. He would love to have this Cowboys roster. They'd be Super Bowl favorites prohibited if, Russell Wilson was on that team, in my opinion. This guy, Dak Prescott, in the past, without Ezekiel Elliott, has not looked so good. When things have gotten off script, when things are not going perfectly well for Dak Prescott, he struggles. Dak Prescott's never been consistently accurate down the field. He misses easy throws consistently. Last year, Dak Prescott, you could say, oh, the wide receivers were bad. But guess what? When you're getting paid Russell Wilson money, when you're getting paid Aaron Rodgers level money, you're taking up most of the salary cap. They expect you to make Cole Beasley look good. They're going to expect you to make Michael Gallup look good. And Dak Prescott, you're not even winning with all the talent around you right now. You have Michael Gallup. You have, Randall Cobb. You have Blake Jarwin. You got, Zeke. You got Jason Witten. You got Amari Cooper. You got all these mad weapons around you, and you're not winning now. Imagine when the offensive line cannot be resigned. Imagine when all these great elite players are not going to be around you because you're taking up the salary cap and they cannot repay all these players. Dak Prescott deserves the most blame for the season, and he just doesn't have the special traits. When we look at Kyler Murray, special athleticism, something you can't teach. Deshaun Watson, special athleticism, something you can't teach. Carson Wentz, rare arm talent, something you can't teach. Aaron Rodgers, rare arm talent, something you can't teach. Patrick Mahomes, rare arm talent, something you can't teach. Drew Brees, pinpoint accuracy, great anticipation skills, great IQ. Same with Tom Brady. Certain traits you can't teach. What does Dak Prescott possess that you can't teach? What is his special trait? I mean, he's accurate, I guess. He makes good decisions, I guess. I just don't see the special traits you have with Dak Prescott. I mean, you don't have an elite head coach to bring it out of Dak Prescott. That's a problem. And you can say, well, it's the coaching. Guys, I've seen Peyton Manning bring 4 different head coaches to Super Bowls. I've seen Aaron Rodgers drag sorry old Mike McCarthy and, this bad Packers roster to the playoffs, okay? You don't need to win Super Bowls if you have a flawed coaching staff, but to be missing the playoffs, that's inexcusable, okay? There's nothing special that Dak Prescott does. Dak Prescott has a low ceiling. He's an above average quarterback. That's what he's always been. And if I'm the Cowboys, I'm slapping the franchise tag on him. If he does not perform next year, I'm very serious. I'm looking to move on and draft another quarterback. That's just the bottom line. I think Dak Prescott is a great leader. He provides some good intangibles, but again, I don't see it. And he's underperformed this year. He just has. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can. A fun fact about me is I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world. I want to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. Kind of like Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. You get the point. Okay, I want to do sports, television, and radio for a full living once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. So the best thing you guys can do to just help me continue to grow as a young broadcaster is to just share this channel with all your friends, because potentially if this channel really gets somewhere, I want to start my own network, okay? Or potentially if it doesn't, or if I fall a little bit short, I want to go into a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. So the best thing you guys can do to just flat out just help me grow as a broadcaster, help me learn, get other people hip to this channel, just share this channel with all your friends, share this channel on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And once again, guys, just share this channel with everyone you know. Get everyone hipped and watching these videos. Get my voice out there and heard. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. It's been your boy, Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in today. I really do. Have a God bless day. Stay motivated, you guys, and I'm out.